you are having to be hyper aware of your insecurity. I know it's a strange thing to like. I know that sounds weird, but what I like about when I see the Eight of Swords is because it lets me know that. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen, and welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hello, Capricorn. I am Kristen, and I am a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of Capricorn's energy pertaining to your career and practical matters for the month of April and how it affects you and your placements. I begin with the astrology and I end with a card reading. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining this link here and also in the bio. I welcome you. And as you all know, I am a global citizen. And so if you have not already, please let me know where you're listening from in the comments and we can all connect and be a strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. All right, so Capricorn. Here we are for the month of April when it comes to your practical matters. And I want to take a step back at March because this one is it may be a long one, okay? So prepare for that. Bear with me, okay? Because when we look at the month of March, when it comes to your career, you guys experienced a lot of interesting things. Let's just say that. There was a lot of growth for Capricorn. There was a lot of prevailing, a lot of progression, good news going on with whatever it is that you had taking place in your life, especially when it comes to the practical aspects of your life. However, there is also this dance between the efforts that you yourself are putting in order to see a flourishing in the practical aspects of your life. Capricorn, at the end of the day, you have been healing, right? And so as you've been healing, not necessarily your relationship to your finances, but you guys have been going through a lot on an internal level. And so as you go through a lot at an internal level, what does that mean for the external? Right? For Capricorn, a part of why you thrive so well on the external elements of your life is because you can repress the internal. But the divine has forced you to take the internal and push it out, to make everything that could have been inside of you, that could have been unseen, and projected out into the outside, to be on display for the world to digest and comprehend. Okay? And as that has been the case, Capricorn, it becomes this kind of, let's say, conversation about what it is that you will do in order to get your fire back. April wants to bring your fire back, but it wants to bring it in a way that is, can be uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable elements of it is, again, lighting a fire underneath you to get you out of the perils of winter. Winter for you was very introspective. It was very deep. You were healing through your Pluto shadow period, So a lot of you could have experienced a lot of comfort and a lot of grace when it comes to comfort, but not necessarily as much progression as you may have been used to, or the kind of progression that makes you the most comfortable. It's all by design, Capricorn. It's time for you to get back into the fire space. It's time for you to get back on track and get on top of things. This month for your practical matters can be uncomfortable. I do not want to make you guys nervous or make you scared, but discomfort helps you get more serious about comfort. Leading you into Taurus season, which is all about your comfort, all about the fifth house, all about the pleasurable things, So as you go from one into the other, right, this is asking you to then be very clear on yourself and what it is that you will, let's say, achieve pertaining to being able to bring in more serious, stable traction. I hope I'm making sense. I don't like to tell Capricorn to get more serious because Capricorn is already serious, but Capricorn, you need to get more serious. And it's not serious in a way where it's the rigid seriousness. It's serious about expanding your relationship to stability. Not from a space of pentacles, as in pentacles as you know them. I like to look at pentacles as bigger than just finances, okay? Pentacle is the substance. It is the 5-point star wrapped in the infinite circle, okay? It is ether, earth, air, water, fire, all in one. It is anything that is, it is the atom. It is matter, right? It is the substance of all things. It is not just the currency, the mode of currency, okay? Capricorn, you need to understand that. During this time period, you're being challenged to understand true stability and what stability can be if you really focus on it from a space that is deeply internal. It is not wanting a lot of money because of how it makes you seem or how it makes you look or how it looks in the viewpoint of status, but it's needing to attract in more currency in order to expand your footprint in terms of the stability of your life. Now, on another scale, this is big in terms of contracts. So if you guys are dealing with legal matters, if you are dealing with again, contractual matters when it comes to work, the long-term contract. If you work for yourself, the long-term goal in order to see through a very flourishing and stable business. You are not interested in flourishing for the sake of 10th house matters. Like I keep saying, it's not just because of how it seems or how it looks or for the luxury of it all, but inside of you becomes this, it creates this dire desire basically that says, I need to be more stable for my own, let's say, peace of mind, right? For more practical reasons, more than out there or expansive reasons. The kind of home that you want to live in, the kind of space that you want to live changes. For those of you who have moved or are moving during April, makes a lot of sense because we're in Aries season. So the big thing is all about where it is that you are living, where your stability is, okay? So how is your home? How can you make your home more of a, or make your house more of a home? Get serious about where you are living, expanding out more into the neighborhood, understanding the blueprint of where it is that you are, visas, what country do you live in, where are your documents, where are your contracts. For those of you who are, again, who work for yourselves, your finances need to reflect stability, okay? Not necessarily just winning in one side just to win it or monetizing just to monetize, but learning how to really put your let's say the money where your mouth is in that way. It's all Cancerian in that sense. It's almost like thinking like a Cancerian in terms of the divine will rupture your ground so that you can understand what needs to be nurtured in order for you to be more stable, in order for you to be more honest, in order for you to be more authentic. Okay? So yeah, I will briefly go through the weeks. We've got the first week of April. And we've got the first quarter moon happening in Cancer, and then this also has Mercury going direct in Pisces. So again, being able to speak your story, especially for those of you who are dealing with legal issues or legal matters, I would say the month of April is a great time to work with other people, to get connected to other people, to use this voice that you have learned, especially since August, I believe, of last year, to be better at articulating your truth, to be softer in your approach, to learn the value that Pisces brings to us and being able to really connect with all, to be more compassionate in your approach, and most importantly, compassionate and honest with yourself. Capricorn, your voice holds weight this month in terms of being able to bring things into you in order to work with the right people in order to get the results that you deserve. We also have going into the second month of full moon in Libra. So this is closing out cycles that you've been working on since 6 months ago. So for a lot of you, these issues that you have been dealing with when it comes to the fourth house matters, where you are living, what is going on with your home, what is going on with your family. That's another big thing. Family. I should have mentioned family in the love and relationships reading. I apologize. But what is going on in terms of family matters? What is going on for your business to be more stable? What is going on at work, ensuring that you have the kind of job? Where is your pension? Where is your retirement fund? You know, all of these very stable, more serious topics in this way, because Saturn is going into Aries in about 2 months, and this is the drum roll leading you into really having to understand where you are, what home is to you, and growing and expanding in that energy. Okay, so this is the thing that takes place in terms of the second week. You're closing out the cycles of the stuff that you've been thinking about since October of last year when it comes to these fourth house matters. Venus finally goes direct in Pisces, which again puts an emphasis on you wanting to really understand your money, understand the luxuries of the things around you. And you want them to be, let's say, I don't want to say softer, but there is a more honest approach with you to you when it comes to what it is that you need. And then we close out the month with Mars going into Leo. And this is where the divine is testing you when it comes to your personal empowerment. October of last year to December, Mars was in Leo, and it was going through the old shadows of your past, as Pluto was still there in Capricorn, asking you to revisit the times when you felt disempowered, when you felt scared, when you couldn't approach something, when you didn't have the gut or the grit to do something, or the power struggles that you went through at work, or the power struggles that you went through in terms of legal matters. This comes back up again, but this time after Mars has transited through Cancer, you're now in a space where you understand how to do things better, how to not be so goat with the horns. You learned how to talk during the Cancer Mars transit. You've learned how to take a softer approach, how to be more honest, more nurturing to yourself first, and then being able to attract in people that were more nurturing and kinder to you and kinder to what it is that you needed. So this Mars in Leo says, take all that you've learned about communication and taking a softer, more manipulative approach, let's say, and now apply it with grit, apply it with the power, being empowered in this. You guys have also been understanding for the past 6 months your value, who it is that you are, your truth in that way. So it's taking all of these things together and applying them now to finalize whatever oppositions you've been dealing with when it comes to your fourth house matters. This leads us into the sun going into Taurus. And this again is your fifth house. So family, especially as things that are going on with your children, but again, you wanting to feel luxuriously comfortable. It gets gritty in the first half of April to get sweet at the second half of April. And it's like, okay, you put in all of this work. Now, what is it going to mean in Taurus season? What can you now? What benefits can you reap now? How can you create more gold from grit in that way? We've got Saturn conjuncting in Pisces with the North Node, and this ends us off with the new moon in Taurus and Venus entering Aries. And this is the last week of the month. And again, for those of you that need help, for those of you who are trying to finalize and finish difficult matters or difficult conversations, or even if you're looking for a home and you are in, let's say, the plethora of people that are interested in this space, this is you being able to say, or your clients as well, what's going on at work. This is you being able to take in, have people be drawn to you from your beautiful ability to communicate your story, to speak to your clients in a way that makes your business more stable, to speak to, let's say, the person selling the property so they understand that you're the best choice, that you're the honest choice. It's a very compassionate, very soft time at the end of April. Utilize it to your best benefit, because you're getting a renewal and understanding what you deserve at the end of the month. Okay? So that's what I have for you. We're going to get in the reading now. Hi, Capricorn. Here we are with your career reading for the month of April 2025. And what I like about this energy is you are having to be hyper aware of your insecurity. I know it's a strange thing to like. I know that sounds weird, but what I like about when I see the Eight of Swords is because it lets me know that what it is that, yes, there is an issue in front of you, but the issue that's in front of you is self-induced. And Capricorn, you're not afraid of grit, we're not afraid of hard work, and we're not afraid of opposition. So in this case, this opposition is something that I can easily stomach, because we see here that you're carrying a burden with the Ten of Wands here, but there's an emotional renewal. There's a beautiful awareness, energy renewal. When we see the Ace of Cups, I say all the time that I love to see cups in career and pentacles in love, right? Because in love, you want to see a pentacle because you want to know that it's long lasting. You want to know that it's stable. You want to know that it has feet. When we're looking at cups, when it comes to career, it's about actually being happy in your career. It's about being able to have emotional fulfillment and balance in your career instead of just having your career just be about the pentacles or just about what it is that you're receiving from it. So when I see a cups energy, especially the Ace of Cups, when it comes to career, it feels very beautiful. It feels like like being given a fresh cup of water in that way, and it's very nice. Next to that, we have healing time, the clock here with time. It takes time to heal, and also sunglasses. So again, we see that your perception is distorting your connection or your relationship with these burdens that you have to carry through. Capricorn, you have this weird intersectional energy between a new beginning that is emotionally fulfilling and you being able to get what it is that you desire, or again be given this grace or this ease in this way, this relief in this way. But at the same time, it's not an easy let's say an easy journey, right? And remember, this is practical matters. So the career is what you're going on with your career, what's going on with your money, what's going on with legal matters, what's going on in the practical sectors of your life. It could be leases, it could be contracts, it could be visas, it could be all of the above, right? So when we're looking at this energy, we see that you have to prevail through powering through something. It's something that feels burdensome, it's something that feels heavy. But as you're doing this, it's like you're getting this guaranteed sense of a gracious pull through when it comes to this, a gracious new beginning in this way, a kindness in that way. And this is confusing you because it's like, is the burden here because it's taking so much time, right? And so it's distorting your perception. It's making you feel like, oh, I cannot get what it is that I want, or I cannot see through the other side of what it is that I need. But there's going to be a lot of lucky, blissful, beautiful, graceful moments that are playing out throughout the month that have you sitting there having to realize that you are struggling with your own perception of what it is that your life is trying to do for you. That yes, you have to go through a process to get to the other side of where it is that you are, but that process is not necessarily something that is leading you to the doldrums. It's not leading you to a difficult space, but just that you're going through a process, and a process in itself does not mean that you're leading yourself into a storm. It is simply just that, just a process. For a lot of you, you're dealing with something in April that is a much bigger issue. It can be a full restoration of the finances, a full push in terms of career endeavors, especially for those of you that are entrepreneurs, or cleaning up whatever legal matters or issues that you've been dealing with in terms of the practical. And so it's like you see, or others of you could have recently moved into some place and you're kind of having to try to see through this new beginning. But again, it's a burden. What it is that you're trying to bring into fruition is a burden, and it's causing you to again have this insecurity or misaligned self-perception about what it is that you can and cannot do. But it's you standing in the way of you, Capricorn. It's just a process. You just got there. You just started the process. You just started the beginning of this. Okay, give yourself some grace. Give yourself a moment to heal and allow the little moments of luck and serendipity to find you, because a lot of the time you guys can try to push through an ending even when you're at the very beginning of it. In your shadow, we see that we have the Ten of Cups here, the Ten of Calabash, and this is here with Marasa in reverse, right? And the Marasa is usually what we see as the Lovers. So your fear is that you won't be happy. Your fear is that you will not be happy. Your fear is that you will not be living in your own bliss. We're not even seeing that you're fearful of the Ten of Pentacles. So that lets me know that, Capricorn, it's not even that your expectations for yourself this month are that high. It's kind of like your expectations are just that you want to be okay. You want to prevail. You want to get through this. You want to take these ones and carry them to the other side. It seems like you guys are kind of carrying a little bit of the bar may be on the floor for you right now, Capricorn. You just kind of want to feel like, I just want to be able to get here. I just want to be able to get to the other side of this, which is good. Again, allow the divine to make it so that when you taste this mineral water, you let it go deep down into your belly. When we see the Marasa in reverse, again, it's like this fear of not being able to pull relationships into you, fear of not being able to experience this kind of like bliss or this like this grace, again, like this, your relationship to grace, your relationship to love. and also not making the right choices in that way. It's like you're fearful that you won't be able to pull in what it is that you desire. And that's a major here. So we see a lot of minors, but we see now that one of your fears sitting in the shadow as a major arcana here, being the Lovers in reverse. It's like it lets us know that this is something that is very big for you. It's this fear that you can't pull, you can't attract the outcome that it is that you're looking for. Okay, but Capricorn, that lets us know that we're sitting in the subject where you get this awareness of the fact that it's you that's standing in your own way and it's your own perception. You just have to allow a process to take place. When we go into your advice, we see softly, softly, the tender touch. In Capricorn, that softly, softly, the tender touch relies to you. Be kinder and nicer and softer to yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself compassion. Give yourself ease. Hug yourself. You see how this card here, she's crying. She's allowing the tears to drip from her eyes. Some of you could be dealing with difficult situations that make you feel, again, burdened, make you feel concerned, make you feel wounded in that way. Obviously we see insecurity, but when we're looking at the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's this beautiful renewal. So this can be an emotional time when it comes to practical matters for this month, like thinking that you're going to fail and then seeing how the divine graced you, thinking that you're going to fall and then seeing how the divine graced you. Be aware and be open to a lot of serendipitous moments in terms of things being okay. Go easy on yourself. Allow yourself to move slowly and allow yourself to be kinder, okay? Kinder to you, free from judgment, free to love for yourself, Capricorn. All of this is about you needing to break out of the way in which you're being hard on yourself, the way in which you're having self-imposed darkness. Do not judge yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Move with yourself in a sense of grace, okay? Be gracious. Don't be so hard on yourself. You guys are known for being ridiculously and relentlessly hard on yourselves. And it's like this month is asking you when it comes to your practical matters to go easy on you, all right? Go easy on you. Let's get into the healing points. Okay, Capricorn, so we're starting with an earth energy when it comes to your healing points in terms of you needing to put your feet on the ground, right? We see this grounded energy. As you embrace your inner essence, again, kinder, softer, vulnerable, all right? As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are. And most importantly, Capricorn, who it is that you are and the mistakes that you have made. Including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and attract all that you need. That's very, again, Capricorn, breathe. Right? The whole theme for this month is allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to be vulnerable, release the hyper expectation you have of yourself and what it is that you should be doing, how it is that you should be prevailing, how it is that you should be accomplishing something, achieving something. Breathe, Capricorn, breathe through this energy. Get out of this self-imposed darkness that is causing you to gaslight, and be cruel to yourself in that way, right? It's allow grace, allow mercy, grace and mercy given to you, all right? Underneath that, we have alabaster. Okay, so this is a water energy. So we have the sextile. We are starting with earth energy. So the first thing you need to do, Capricorn, is sit in your belly. Okay, sit in your belly. Understand where your vulnerabilities are. Understand where your grace wants to give to you in terms of the bare bones of your insecurity. So a lot of this is solar plex work. I think we talked about the solar plexus in one of the readings. I don't know if it was, I think it was the personal reading, but this is you needing to go into your ground, needing to go into your lower chakras. Feel your body, okay? Feel yourself, remove yourself from that lack of self-confidence, self-deprecation, not believing in what it is that you're trying to bring into fruition. Allow yourself to move through this, to take a deep breath in and out, Capricorn. That's the first thing that you need to do. That's how you heal this month. Allow grace. A lot of you need to cry. A lot of you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable vulnerable here. But a lot of the time, when we're talking about Capricorn energy, this much vulnerability in practical matters or career matters, financial matters can be something that's hard for you. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Yes, you have burdens, but you can carry them to the other side. This ability to think otherwise is something that is causing you more pain than it is anything else. Remove self-judgment. That's the first thing you do, Capricorn. Ground yourself in your vulnerability, in the truth of who it is that you really are, like we saw with the seahorse there. Embracing who it is that you really are, meaning how it is that you got here, the truth of your experiences, the truth of the essence, stepping away from the 10th house of needing to be this perfect authority, having everything together and making everything make sense in that way, Capricorn. It's allowing yourself to breathe through this energy. That's the first thing that you do. And then from that ground, we allow the water to come in. Okay, so we ground ourselves first and then we allow ourselves to heal second. Okay, so putting our feet on the ground and then we're drinking this mineral water. And the mineral water in this case is you're remembering at a soul level. You're tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may invoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You're protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain, okay, about your course. Know you are truly loved. Unsettling change within you, Capricorn. And the biggest unsettling change here is self-perception. Okay? Self-perception. When you're not being so hard on yourself, burying yourself in self-insecurity, this is what's going to cause the unsettling change within you. A lot of you are going to be able to go back into the past and pull out old modes of self-confidence. When we're talking about remembering at a soul level, this is a sense of confidence that you might have had at a different hour of your life, at a different moment of your life. You're stepping back into your old treasure chest to figure out how to navigate your current situations and what it is that you're doing when it comes to your practical matters. You are changing. You are changing at a base level. You're remembering things that you could have done then and you're bringing them back into now, but you're breathing through your insecurities. I talked about this when it came to insecurities because of the 4th house activation. What it is that is shaken you or has shaken you, especially when we're talking about the 4th house, we're talking about Cancerian energy, and Cancerian energy governs the gut, all the things that are going on in the emotions, right? So we're talking about a lot of rupturing taking place when it comes to, like we said, that solar plexus, sacral root energy that says, I can't, I'm insecure, what will come of this, the way in which our emotions get ruptured when we feel like we're not good enough. This is all the things, these are all the elements of the self that need to change, right? It's like when you get comfortable with who you really are, you can tap into the parts of you that you have forgotten about that can actually prevail through what it is that you think you cannot get through. And you can allow yourself to be easier and kinder to yourself, okay? Stepping down from that, I need to prove and I need to do this and I need to do that. Breathe, Capricorn. Your flaws are comfortable, okay? You are accepted at the bare bones of who it is that you are, and you deserve to get to the other side of these burdens, okay? So from here, let's look at what's going on at the bottom of the deck. So at the bottom of the tarot deck, we have 2 cups energies, right? We have the 9 of cups come out, and at the bottom of that, we have the 6 of cups, okay? So more cups. We see that this is about the overarching energy for the subject is about your wish fulfillment, about what it is that you desire to come in. And for, again, when we're looking at the 6 of cups, a lot of it is what it is that you have been dealing with from the past, closing out past cycles, remembering at a soul level, right? Being comfortable with who it is that you are, being comfortable with how it is that you got here, what took place in the past, and what it is that you wish to manifest in terms of your outcome, Capricorn. Next to that, at the bottom of the healing deck, we have Lionsgate. And Lionsgate is all about, again, tapping into the heart, getting an affirming yes from the divine, Capricorn. When you embrace who it is that you are and the truth of your story and what got you to where it is that you are, and release that judgment and allow yourself to go through the unsettling change and the unsettling emotions and the difficulties and the discomfort, that's where you can understand that you can be fully realized in who it is that you are and get the affirming yes that you are looking for. It's trusting in the heart, right? It's trusting in your heart. 888, the number of manifestation. Excuse me, Capricorn, I'm sorry. But that's where it is that you need to be. At the bottom of the advice deck, we have a heaven sent, okay? So this is divinely ordained. Okay, so you being able to get to the other side of this, see through your insecurities, get this emotional renewal is something that the divine is orchestrating from you or for you. Be easier on yourself. Be kinder to yourself during this journey, Capricorn. At the bottom of the clarity deck, we have a heart with a key, and then behind that came outdated thinking with cassette. So again, the past versus the present, right? Cleaning up old things from the past, old themes from the past. We know that in all of the readings, we've been seeing this relationship with karma, right? Like past karma versus the new reality that you're in right now, and how this season of Aries, this time period of April, really wants to push us through old karmas because it's leading us into Aries being in Saturn, right? And Saturn is all about karma. This heart with a key lets us know that you're welcoming love, Capricorn. The whole overarching energy of what you're going through for this month is about welcoming in a new paradigm, okay? Welcoming in a new positive paradigm, stepping out of self-imposed darkness, understanding that all it is a process, and it's all about your perception of this process. We're talking about outdated thinking, outdated ways of seeing yourself, believing in your own failures, believing in your own self-deprecation, believing in the ways in which you stand in your own way. So it's allowing yourself to prevail through and push through these energies, Capricorn, and that's the overarching energy that we see taking place during this time for the subject. And in your shadow, the overarching energy we have is exile with Aste of Calabash at the bottom of the deck. So again, we're going into this space of your fear is that you will not get what it is that you want. Your fear is being able to sit in a space of, again, isolation, worry, not getting that fresh cup, right? Your fear is the bare bones of, I will not get this fresh cup. I will not get this emotional renewal. What it is that is going on in the practical elements of your life with your money, or again, other practical matters like we talked about, is something that has been causing you a lot of emotional rupture, and your fear is that you will not be able to do that, and also that you're going to be isolated sitting on that ledge alone, Capricorn. The deep bones of what it is that you fear, and we see that your fears are heavy. Your fears are heavy, that you won't be able to pull in what it is that you want, okay? And you have to release them. You have to allow them and be kind to yourself, regardless of what it is that is facing you or what it is that is in front of you, okay? Let's pull some more clarity. The Eight of Swords just dropped that again. Insecurity, insecurity, Capricorn. Insecurity, it's in your own head. Okay, so think, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so think, feel, do, wow, be. And we got 2 air energies. Okay, so Capricorn. At the bottom of the deck, we had the Justice card. And then backed up by that, before I flipped it over, we saw the Fool. So 2 air energies, right? But rooted in the Justice card, all right? So karma is playing out here, Capricorn. Karma is playing out, and it seems like karma is on your side here, all right? What it is that you need to be thinking, I smiled as big as I possibly could because we have the Empress. I love when the Empress represents what it is that you need to either be thinking or feeling, okay? Because you need to be thinking not just abundance, because we know that the Empress represents abundance, but the Empress is an energy that calls good things to her. She calls, yes, pentacles to her. She calls beauty to her, but the Empress is Venus energy. She's Venusian. She believes in her goodness. She believes in the positive things coming to her. You need to be thinking in pure unadulterated self-wealth, abundant energy, Capricorn. That's where your thoughts need to be, that you are Venus and you deserve wealth. All right, you deserve a good outcome, you deserve a good result. You're pulling this result into you, you're manifesting into you, you're creating what it is that you desire, right? Because the Empress is an abundant creative energy. We're talking about a major arcana as well, so that lets me know that what it is that you need to be thinking and what it is that you need to be doing outweigh everything. Thinking and doing is a big deal. Okay, so where your thoughts are or where your actions are. And we're going to get into the devil in a second. But next to that, we have what is it you need to be feeling, Capricorn, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have what is it you need to be thinking is the abundant, vibrant, beautiful, elated, amazing manifester of abundance that is the Empress energy, right? Full self-confidence, full self-belief. And when we're looking at what is it you need to be feeling is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the confident card, okay? She is all about, I believe I can do it. I'm fully confident in getting what it is that I want. I'm full of vitality, and the Queen of Wands is a big yes. So just like how we saw that Leo energy come in terms of the healing points of you getting an affirming yes, double confirmation on an affirming yes with the Queen of Wands. Believe in your confidence. Think in your abundance and believe in your confidence. Believe in your ability to get what it is that you desire. Call it to you, pull it to you. Because the thing about the Queen of Wands energy is she gets what it is that she wants, not because she has the credentials, not because of what's on paper, not because of what has happened, not because of the rules or the facts or the regulations or what's happening in the literal sense, which is a lot of the time the way that Capricorn can think. The Queen of Wands gets what she wants because she just believes in it. She believes in it with such entirety that she attracts so much to her simply because of her self-belief, because her confidence. What is does not matter. All that matters is what she creates. Okay, that's the space that you need to be in, Capricorn. Your eighth house. Your eighth house is Leo, which is the dominator of the Queen of Wands. Okay, you do not thrive in Queen of Wands energy. Your detriment is Queen of Wands energy by nature, of course. When a Capricorn heals, they understand the value of Leo energy, and they completely generate so much abundance to them through Leo energy because it's the eighth house, which is the Scorpio house, the power house. But the eighth house works as your detriment initially. And it's because you guys can struggle with believing that you deserve things just because, with believing in self-confidence, with believing in the kind of self-confidence that comes without credentials. Okay, that I'm going to get what it is that I want, and I'm going to get the results that I want simply because I am me. Simply because I deserve it, simply because I move in it, simply because I exist in it. So that's where your emotions need to be, your head needs to be, and understanding the value of your abundance and being able to pull in all abundance and good things to you. And what is it you need to do, Capricorn? Lovely as can be, we have the devil. We have you, okay? So your mind needs to be in an abundant space with the Venusian energy, pulling things into you. Your feelings need to be wrapped in your own ridiculous, beautiful, obnoxious self-confidence, and your actions need to be in you, needs to be in the powerful devil energy. For those of you who do not understand, when we're talking about Capricorn needing to be the devil, this is when Capricorn goes into its business mode. This is when Capricorn understands that one needs to merge the yin with the yang in order to get results. This is Capricorn in full power mode. This is Capricorn knowing that I will do whatever it is that I need to do in order to get the results that I desire. This is also Capricorn being aware of their magnetic energy, being aware of the pull that they have to be able to get what it is that they want, to move and shake in that way. Be relentless in their approach when it comes to getting the results that they want, okay? This is you needing to be in full devil power mode, Capricorn, unapologetically, because your mind knows that you deserve it all. Your confidence, your feelings say that I can get it and I will get it because I deserve it. And then your body needs to be in, and this brings back my full-fledged, confident, powerhouse Capricorn energy that I'm doing without apology. The kind of Capricorn energy that, makes people uncomfortable when you're in your Capricorn mode and you're like, oh, let me tone it down. let me not be so powerful. Let me kind of dim my light and be too humble. It's not the time to be humble, Capricorn, because you know the burdens that you carry, okay? It's time for you to push past all the humble energy. It's time for you to push past all that meekness, because the only things that are going to get these swords out of your face is you getting out of your own way. And in a lot of ways, you guys got yourself to this space of the swords playing a little bit too small. So it's time that you play big, Capricorn. And lastly, who it is that you need to be is the Nine of Wands. So this is somebody that understands this is the wounded warrior. You have been wounded, Capricorn. You have gone through a lot. You have carried a lot at this point. The Nine of Wands is somebody that also is going to prevail by all means necessary. This is the person that understands that, yes, you may be carrying those 10 wands, but you're going to be able to get to the other side. We see the 10 of wands here. The Nine of Wands knows that what it is that they have been doing, as exhausted as they may be, is going to come into full fruition. So regardless of what you have to face this month, understand that you will, in fact, get to the other side. You need to be in that deep awareness that your wounds deserve rewards. Okay? I'm going to pull one last card for us, Capricorn. Okay. All right, so Capricorn, we see here that difficult times have come. Don't lose hope and learn from your mistakes. All storms end sometimes. And after that, we had abundance, which is achieving goals brings fulfillment and wealth. Enjoy and be generous. So in very simple terms, Capricorn, we see that you're going through something. Okay, we see the storm, right? The storm sitting right underneath the 10 of Wands. So here you are going through a process. Here you are going through a difficult moment. And it's important to understand to learn from your mistakes. Whatever it is that got you to where it is that you are, that is causing this, let's say, this storm to take place. It's a matter of understanding that it's simply a moment in time, because what backs that up is abundance. Okay, so you're here in a storm, but achieving your goals will bring about fulfillment. So it's facing this storm, going through this storm, not resisting it, not hiding from it, okay? Not allowing your self-deprecation and beating yourself up to allow you to get stuck, Capricorn. It's putting yourself through it. It's pushing yourself through it, understanding that it's a process and realizing that facing this storm, embracing it, setting goals for yourself and achieving them are exactly how it is that you will get through it, okay? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I love you very, very much. Ciao.